All right, so get this. We're diving deep into the future of furniture today.
Oh, fun.
But not just any furniture. We're talking specifically dining chairs, 2025 trends.
Dining chairs, huh? Who knew they could be so interesting?
Right, that's what I thought. But then I got my hands on this industry report.
Oh, yeah.
And let me tell you, dining chairs are about to get a whole lot more exciting.
I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
So basically, we're going to break down all the hottest styles, materials, the whole shebang, so you can be like the most in-the-know person at your next dinner party.
I love it. Always good to have some dinner party trivia up your sleeve.
Exactly. Or, hey, maybe you're thinking about sprucing up your own dining room.
Ooh, new chairs.
Maybe. So we'll arm you with all the info you need to make some seriously savvy furniture choices in the coming years.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so first things first, sustainability.
Mm,
It is everywhere in this report.
yeah, that's not really a trend anymore, is it? It's just the expectation.
Totally. Consumers are demanding eco-friendly options, and the furniture industry is having to keep up.
Absolutely. People want their purchases to reflect their values, and companies are starting to get that.
For sure. And the cool thing is they're not just slapping a green label on things and calling it a day.
Right. It's about genuine innovation, using materials that are good for the planet.
Exactly. Like cactus leather. Ever heard of that?
Cactus leather, is that a thing?
It is. Apparently, they can make it look and feel just like regular leather.
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
I know, right? Would you ever have imagined sitting on a cactus?
Not really. But hey, I'm all for it if it means saving some cows.
Totally. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
And speaking of unexpected materials, cork is making a comeback too.
Cork. Really? Like
Yeah.
the stuff they make bulletin boards out of?
Yep, but it's so much more than that. It's renewable, antimicrobial, and designers are getting really creative with it.
Huh. I guess I never really thought of cork as a stylish material, but I'm willing to be
Oh,
convinced.
you will. You will. And then there's bioplastics, which sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Bioplastics. Okay, now that one I've actually heard of. Yeah, I think they're made from like cornstarch or something like that.
You're right. It's
Okay.
plant-based, so it's sustainable, and it can biodegrade unlike regular plastic.
And I hear you can get some really cool textures and shapes with bioplastics.
Absolutely. Okay, so it's pretty clear that sustainability is a major driving force in furniture design these days.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's be real. A chair can be made of the most eco-friendly material in the world, but if it's not comfortable.
It's a no-go. Right.
Exactly. And that's another big trend. Comfort is getting a serious upgrade.
Makes sense though, right?
Totally. People are spending more time at home these days, working, dining, relaxing.
Yeah, your chairs need to be able to handle all that.
Exactly. So we're seeing a shift away from those stiff, formal dining chairs
Yeah, those things are brutal on your back.
and more towards designs that are ergonomic and just plain comfy.
Yeah.
You know, like lots of soft curves, rounded edges.
Oh, yeah. Like sinking into a hug.
Exactly. So does this mean the end of bruised knees from bumping into chair legs?
Let's hope so. I'm all for fewer furniture-related injuries.
Me too. And you know what else screams comfort? Nesting chairs.
Oh, I love nesting chairs. They're so practical, especially for smaller spaces.
Right. You can just tuck them away when you don't need them and then boom, extra seating when you have guests.
Like magic.
Exactly. And speaking of making a statement, get this. Jewel tones are back in a big way.
Ooh, I'm feeling some emerald green velvet vibes.
Yes. Emerald green, sapphire blue, ruby red. It's all about bringing that richness and vibrancy back into the dining room.
I love it. It's like a little touch of glam.
Totally. And it's not just jewel tones. We're also seeing warmer wood tones making a comeback.
Yeah, like a nice rich mahogany or cherry wood.
Exactly. It adds a warmth and sophistication that I think a lot of people are craving.
For sure, and it pairs really well with those jewel tones too.
Absolutely. It's all about creating that balance, you know?
And don't even get me started on texture.
Oh yeah, texture's huge too.
Velvet buccal, all about how things feel as much as how they look.
It's like inviting people to touch the furniture, which I know sounds weird, but it actually makes sense.
Yeah, it adds another dimension to the whole dining experience.
Exactly. So we've got sustainability, comfort, and now a whole lot of personality coming into play.
It's like dining chairs are finally getting the attention they deserve.
I know, right?
Hmm.
But here's where things get really interesting. There's this thread of nostalgia running through all these trends.
Nostalgia, like what going back to those like super ornate Victorian chairs.
Not quite.
Uh-huh.
But think Art Deco and mid-century modern reimagined for a modern audience.
Okay, now that I can get behind.
Right. So we're seeing those classic Geometric patterns, metallic finishes, but with a fresh contemporary twist.
And don't forget about those clean lines and organic shapes from mid-century modern.
Exactly. It's all about taking inspiration from the past and making it relevant for today.
I like that. It's like a conversation between different eras of design.
Exactly. And you know what else is back? Grass cloth.
Wait, really? Like on chairs?
Yep. Apparently it's having a moment. It adds this natural warmth and texture that people are loving.
Huh. I guess you learn something new every day.
Right. So we've got sustainability, comfort, nostalgia, and now get ready for this maximal.
Maximalism, as in more is more.
You got it. This is where things get really fun. It's about embracing bold colors, intricate patterns, unique shapes.
So basically the opposite of minimalism.
Exactly. It's all about expressing your personality and creating a space that's truly you.
I like that. It's like saying your dining room should be as unique as you are.
Precisely. So we're not just talking about pretty chairs anymore. We're talking about chairs that are statement pieces, conversation starters.
It's like each chair has its own personality.
Exactly. And this ties into another big trend, personalization.
Yeah, people want custom-made pieces that reflect their individual style.
Exactly. So we're moving away from mass production and towards bespoke furniture.
It's about working with artisans to create something truly special.
Okay, my head is spinning. We've gone from sustainable cactus chairs to jewel-toned velvet thrones to bespoke pieces that are practically works of art.
And we're just getting started.
I know, right? This is just a taste of what's to come in the world of dining chairs.
Buckle up, because in part 2, we're going to dive even deeper into these trends and explore some even more mind-blowing designs.
Oh, I can't wait.
Me neither. This is going to be good.
Welcome back. I'm still reeling from all those incredible chair trends. We talked about chairs being statement pieces.
Oh, yeah.
But you said there's even more.
Oh, yeah. We've barely scratched the surface. Get this, dining chairs are becoming like sculptures.
Sculptures. So we're not just talking about like aesthetically pleasing chairs anymore.
No. We're talking about chairs that are like works of art. You could put them in a museum.
Wow. I am picturing some wild organic shapes maybe made out of that bioplastic we were talking about.
Exactly. Designers are really pushing the boundaries.
But hold on. A chair can be a masterpiece, but if it's not comfortable.
It's a no-go.
Right.
You've got to be able to actually sit in it.
Exactly. So how does ergonomics play into all of this?
Well, that's the thing. Designers are getting really clever about incorporating ergonomic principles into these artistic designs.
So you can have a chair that looks amazing and feels amazing to sit in.
Exactly. No more sacrificing comfort for style.
No, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm also curious about how personalization fits into this.
Like, totally.
Are we talking about custom-designed ergonomic chairs?
Absolutely. Imagine working with an artisan to create a chair that's perfectly tailored to your body.
Okay, now that is a dream. A chair that fits like a glove.
Exactly. It's like a bespoke suit, but for your dining room.
I love it. But with all this focus on individual needs, does this mean mass-produced furniture is a thing of the past?
Not necessarily. There's still a place for mass production, especially when it comes to affordability.
That's true.
But even mass-produced furniture is evolving. You see brands offering more customization options these days.
Yeah, like different fabrics and finishes.
Exactly. So you can still get a chair that feels unique, even if it's not completely custom-made.
I like that. So it's like a mix-and-match approach to furniture.
Exactly. You can find a balance between affordability and personalization.
Okay, let's go back to those sculptural chairs for a second.
Yeah.
What are some of the materials they're using for those?
Oh, it's a whole range of things. You've got your traditional wood and metal, of course.
Right.
But then you've also got these cutting-edge materials like 3D printed polymers and recycled plastics.
Wow, so we're talking about chairs made out of like recycled water bottles.
Pretty much. It's amazing what they can do these days.
It is. And what about the actual techniques for making these chairs?
Oh, it's all over the map. You've got intricate carving, steam bending, even robotic fabrication.
Robotic fabrication. That sounds intense.
It is. They're using robots to create these incredibly precise and complex designs.
So it's like technology meets artistry.
Exactly. It's really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with furniture design.
I'm starting to feel like I need to upgrade my dining chairs ASAP.
I know, right? It's hard not to get inspired by all of this.
Okay, but let's not forget about functionality. We've talked about how chairs are becoming more like art pieces.
Right.
But they still need to be functional.
Oh, absolutely. Form and function have to work together.
So how are designers incorporating functionality into these artistic designs?
Well, for one thing, they're focusing on multifunctionality.
Multifunctionality.
Yeah.
Like a chair that can also be a table.
Not quite, haha. But think about chairs that can transform, from a dining chair to a desk chair to even a lounger.
Oh, wow. That would be amazing.
Right, and some chairs even have built-in storage.
Like secret compartments.
Exactly. You can stash away extra napkins or placemats or even your favorite cookbook.
I love that. It's like a chair with a hidden agenda.
Exactly. It's all about making the most of your space.
Okay, so we've talked about sustainability, ergonomics, artistic design, and now multifunctionality. I'm starting to see a bigger picture here.
Yeah, me too.
It's not just about the chair itself. It's about creating a dining experience that's truly special.
Exactly. It's about creating a space that reflects your values and your personality.
A space that nourishes both body and soul.
Beautifully said.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, but I feel like we're just getting warmed up.
I know, right? There's always more to explore.
In the final part of our deep dive, we're going to shift our focus from the chairs themselves to the dining room as a whole.
We're going to look at how all of these chair trends are influencing the overall design and aesthetic of dining spaces.
And what that means for you in your home.
Stay tuned.
Okay, so we've talked about all these amazing dining chair trends, but how does it all come together? Like, what's the big picture?
Well, think of it this way. Dining chairs aren't just furniture anymore. They're design anchors for the entire dining room. They set the tone, the style.
So we're not just picking chairs in a vacuum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to think about the whole space, the table, the lighting.
The vibe.
Exactly. And the cool thing is, all these trends we've been talking about, like sustainability, comfort, personalization.
They all play a role.
Yeah, they're shaping the way dining rooms are being designed overall.
Okay, so give me an example. How does sustainability play out in the bigger picture?
Well, think natural textures, organic shapes a connection to the outdoors. Imagine a dining room with a live edge wood table chairs made from reclaimed materials and lots of plants.
Oh, I love that. Like bringing the outside in.
Exactly. It's all about creating a space that feels grounded and authentic.
Very zen.
Right. And then there's comfort.
Okay, how does comfort go beyond just the chairs themselves?
Well, it's about creating a space that invites you to relax, to linger, to really enjoy the dining experience.
Okay.
Think plush rugs, soft lighting, maybe even a fireplace. It's about creating a sanctuary.
So it's not just about eating, it's about feeling.
Exactly. And then, of course, there's personalization, which I think is the key to tying it all together.
It does seem like that's the common thread through all these trends.
It is. It's all about creating a dining space that reflects you, your style, your values.
So it's unique.
Exactly. No more cookie-cutter dining room.
I love that. So how do people actually do that? How do they personalize their dining spaces?
It's all in the details, artwork, family photos, travel souvenirs. Choose colors and patterns that you love, and don't be afraid to mix and match different styles.
It's your space. Make it your own.
Exactly. There are no rules.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive.
It has been fun, right?
I feel like I have a whole new perspective on dining spaces.
Me too. It's amazing how much thought goes into it all.
It is.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up, is there one key takeaway you want listeners to remember?
I think it's this: the dining room is more than just a place to eat.
Oh.
It's a place to connect, to create memories, to nourish your body and soul.
I love that.
And the choices you make, from the chairs to the tablecloth, they all contribute to that experience.
That's so true. So whether our listeners are drawn to sustainable materials or bold colors or personalized designs,
Yeah,
let your dining space reflect who you are and what you value.
couldn't have said it better myself.
And don't be afraid to experiment and have fun.
Exactly. Make it a space that brings you joy.
Well said.
Mm.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of dining chair trends.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you found it insightful and inspiring.
And maybe even a little bit hungry.
Until next time, happy decorating.